Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMV, the Sexy Ninja, and the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. This is the New World Podcast, brother. And we're going to talk about Collision, October 7th, 2023. In the bag, we're in Salt Lake City. Nigel McGuinness and Ian Riccaboni's on commentary. They just need to be the main. No offense to Kevin Kelly. I love Kevin Kelly. Then eventually, if we can make it a three-man group, you need to add Caprice. Then we're solid for Collision. I love Nigel and I love Ian's back and forth, man. And I really do like this team. And like I say, you just sprinkle a little bit of the other. You got a whole new wave, man. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm sorry. I'm a little exhausted. Got back late, but I got to get up early to watch the show, and let's talk about it. The AEW Tag Team Championships on the line. FTR putting it against Big Bill, Ricky Starks. So we had a big tag team win at Fastlane with Cody and Jay. Here, we had straight domination of Big Bill and Ricky Starks over FTR, and Dax got chokeslammed 30 fucking times, and then Ricky goes and spears, and 1, 2, 3, we have new AEW Tag Team Champions. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? After a match like Aussie Open versus FTR, Aussie Open being the team that I wanted to win that match, you're going to tell me that a week less later that you're going to have Big Bill and Ricky Starks be the ones to dethrone FTR? Are you... And what sucks is I really don't care for Big Bill and I love Ricky Starks, but I was like, oh my gosh, this was the biggest squash of FTR's whole of their tag team. They've been putting out some bangers, even with Iron Savages and stuff like that, were matches I knew those teams were going to win. And I was like, okay, we're going to see a good match with these guys. But the commentators made a they were telling, not speculation, but they were telling us hey, they're hurt. They had a battle and this and that and Big Bill and Ricky Starks. But I was like, oh my gosh, as soon as the 1, 2, 3, I was like, why? Oh. I knew it was time for FTR to lose those titles, but I thought a team like Aussie Open dethroning them, then declaring themselves the best, not Big Bill and Ricky Starks. What? Talk about some booking that made me get out of my seat. I was tired as hell from traveling yesterday and then coming back, but I was like, God damn it, got my oatmeal and threw it across. No, I didn't throw it across the room. My wife would kill me. But I grabbed my oatmeal, ate most of it, went back and aggressively put it in the sink, the bowl in the sink, because of my displeasure of Big Bill and Ricky Starks winning this match. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, of what this is, of what they're trying to do here. But this was straight domination to FDR. I didn't think I was going to see this, but it happened. Now we have new AEW Tag Team Champions, and where do we go next from here? Tell me what you think of this whole thing. Next up, banger, bro. Bryan Danielson versus Kyle Fletcher of Aussie Open, which I found hilarious. But man, these two, there was a moment though. I was sitting here and I was watching, and there's a moment where Kyle's doing a dive outside the Bryan. It was right before a commercial break and stuff like that, and I grabbed my my boobly, and I'm like, okay. And as soon as I said Kyle's head just went whoop right into the fucking guardrail. I was like, then my pants is all wet. It looked like I pee-peed myself and stuff like that just because I was like, oh my God, he's dead. I rewinded again. I was like, oh yeah, he hit that shit hard, but he got back up. I hope he's okay. I really do. But Bryan Danielson versus Kyle Fletcher this week was a match, man. These two tore down the house, and I'm glad I got to watch it. But afterwards, after Bryan Danielson got the win, the Gates of Agony attack, and started attacking Bryan Danielson because Bryan Danielson is facing Swerve next week to see who's the number one contender for the TNT Championship. I'm like, okay, I know we have Jay White and MJF for the World Championship. Can we? But I don't know. The TNT Championships is one of those things I don't understand. And I probably never will. And people will be like, well, if I told you what the history of TNT, I don't care. Like, it's the TNT Championship. Shit, the AEW International Championship's more prestigious than that championship, in my opinion. So, no. But Claudio and Yuta come out to save. Then after that, we have Tony with Starks and Bill. Then Ricky Starks is like, if you're thinking about rematches, get that out of your head. We're already laying the foundation of like, nope, you ain't getting shit, FTR. Bullet Club Gold versus Angelico and Metalik and Gravity. Fun match. Bullet Club Gold for the win. Jay White's got MJF's championship. And Jay White cut a promo afterwards. And I felt like a missed opportunity, especially for, not Jay, but MJF's character, who the Triple B is everything. The Triple B, that it's his baby. It's his life. It's his, what keeps him motivated next to Adam Cole. Didn't come out. You could say he was a little maybe too hurt to come get it or anything like that. Hell, you could have even had the lights go out and had the devil come out, whoever the devil is now, beat him down for that championship and beat a Bullet Club Gold. I was a little disappointed because I was like, yeah, where is MJF? Like, he should be out here trying to get that championship back, but nope. Jay White gloating, picking up the championship, and he's going to face Hangman Adam Page next week in an Eliminator match. We'll see how that goes. Nick Wayne promo talking about Darby. He's like, I thought you were going to come back, but you didn't come back. Blah, 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 blah. AEW Trios Championship match. The Acclaimed and Daddy Ass versus Ron Savages and Jack Jameson. Yeah. Claim Daddy Ass for the win. We have a promo package for Timeless Tony Storm. She goes against Kiera Hogan, and she gives out these scripts, and she gave one to Kiera Hogan. Kiera Hogan's a badass. Just anybody that doesn't know Kiera Hogan, you should look up her work. She is a badass. Her and Athena had probably one of my favorite Ring of Honor women's matches. It was a street fight and stuff like that. It was balls to the wall on Ring of Honor. They beat the shit out of each other. She's a badass. She could take her own. And I'm really enjoying Timeless Tony Storm, the black and white, and acting crazy. And she's got the blonde and the lipsticks all over the place. Just Timeless Tony Storm is gold. And the fact she gives out scripts is even the best, even to the commentators. Renee's backstage with Ruby. Poor Ruby. Don't know what to do with her. Like, oh, well, I'll be there with my friend Saraya on the outside. And Renee's like, by the way, while we were here, I found out you're banned from ringside. She's like, what? What? I just like Renee's little slip into it. She's like, oh, honey, I forgot to tell you, you're banned from ringside from that match between Ishida and Saraya. And Ruby's like, oh, okay. Ring of Honor Championships on the line. Eddie Kingston versus Commander. JR's on commentary. Eddie Kingston for the win. Fun match. Sign of respect from Eddie to Commander. But I'm like, let's keep building to Jay Lethal. I'm in slowly in the back in this match. Like, I already know Eddie's going to retain his championship, but I'm slowly in the back like, Jay Lethal, Jay Lethal, Jay Lethal. Come on. To my wife, say it. She's like, no, Jay Lethal. And I tell my cat, meow it. Then I tell the kid, say it. And they're like, no, you weirdo. And I'm like, Jay Lethal. But Eddie, Clash champ. Now we have Adam Copeland come out, and he's calling out Christian, being like, why'd you tell me to go fuck myself? It's just you. You're a Bond villain, got the turtlenecks, Nick Wayne's a Persian cat, and everything like this. And Christian's on the screen. He's like, no, I will not give you my answer this week. All the answers will be revealed on Dynamite on Tuesday, because I have this rough voice, and hopefully I'll make it to Tuesday, but you will see. Then boom, Luchasaurus comes out, Nick Wayne comes out in an ugly ass sweater. I'm like, what the hell you wearing? Wanna be fucking Seth? Like, you should go call Seth and get some pointers on what you're wearing, kid. They come out, to attack. Darby Allin comes out, and he's beat down. Adam's beat down. They get the chair to Darby's hand, and they're laid to waste, and now we're on to Dynamite. And yeah, so this was a fun show. Overall, though, I say my match of the night is Bryan Danielson versus Kyle Fletcher. That's the match that just that dots all the I's and cross all the T's. Is that how you say that? That was one of my favorite matches of tonight. Shocker was the FTR and Big Bill, Ricky Starks match, man. Like, I'm still scratching my head on that. But Timeless Tony Storm, a lot of winning things here. So 4 out of 5 for the show. Tell me what you thought of this show. Drop those comments below. Let's talk pro wrestling here, folks. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. Get yourself that sweet nWp logo created by Penta X. And that's it. That's all. Remember, the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
By taking out Wheeler, those ribs we heard at the beginning of tonight's collision were broken, the cartilage torn.
That we knew going into this match.